here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're an immigrant who came here in the States legally, and then you became a citizen, and you look at the situation right now in the border, Mexican-US border down here, people are just crossing for the sake of asylum. They call them asylum seekers. They come in here without any medical, and then they pay a huge amount of money to the coyotes. But they came here illegally. I came here in the States. I paid my dues. Applied outside of the United States. Went to the embassy, and that's where all my papers were done. And I had to pay for the work permit. I gotta pay for my lawyer, and then my employer has to pay for advertising, Department of Labor, and all of those stuff. It took me what, from being a working visa holder. I received my work permit, and then it took me 6 years for me to apply as an immigrant, for my employer to have me, to apply for me as a green card holder. So it took me 6 years. It took my employer 6 years to do that. And we have to pay a lot of money, pay taxes, and I cannot just work outside of my employer because I'm stick to there. And that's how the law works, and we follow the law. And here comes these people talking about asylum. Asylum from what? Asylum from what? They should have a valid reason why they come here as an asylum seeker. And most of them, if you ask them, like, oh, we're just looking for a job. That's not looking for an asylum. I mean, that's crazy. It's crazy. We understand the situation. That's the reason why for me, okay, I move here in the States because I'm looking for a greener pasture. Yes, but I have to follow the requirements of the government. And that doesn't make sense for us who went into the line, followed the rules, followed the regulations, and here comes thousands, hundreds and thousands of people just crossing the border. And whose fault is it? Is it their fault? No. It's the system. The current system right now is at fault. The government. Why do they allow this? The federal government. I don't know. Why? Why would you allow this? Me think that these TSA people who are keen with security in the airports should be going to the border. That's where they should do their work. Because that's where security must be reinforced, man. Like, we are already here in the States. We got our documents. We fly to one place to another, domestic. And here comes this, okay, you got to remove your shoes, take off your belt. Oh, it's only, 30 ounces of liquid. What the? And here comes, like, people coming, just crossing the border. What kind of security? Should I say, how are they searched? How are they vetted? That's one. Two, me following the rules, waiting for so many years before getting a green card, and then you have to wait for another couple of years before you apply for your citizenship. And that costs a lot of money. We are doing things the legal way, the right way. And for me, it doesn't really make sense, because it doesn't really make sense. They just come across asking for asylum, and then they're here. And I guess what really bothers me is that when they come over here, since they don't have any social security, they go to sanctuary states. Either go to Illinois, they go to New York, and what happens to them? They got subsidized by the city. Imagine billions of dollars for New York are allotted taxpayers' money to these asylum seekers, making cuts on education, on security, police, just to fund taxpayers' money on this group of people. That doesn't make sense. Why does taxpayers' money go to people who doesn't pay taxes? It's my morning rant. Texan Pinoy here. It just doesn't make sense. And I guess it's a wake-up call for those people, when you're in the States, do things legally. We waited for years having our documents being fixed. We pay a huge amount of money. We go to lawyers. What? It takes us how many years? Like 10, 9 years? I don't know. 6 years for a work permit, and then green card, another what? 4 years, 40 straight months. And before we get our citizenship, I mean, we paid our dues. And it's time for people to wake up who underwent in the process. When I say wake up, we go to our polls. When we go, I guess it's not the polls, but our votes. I think our votes would count. So 2024, I'm not saying like, okay, you vote for him, vote for this. What I'm saying is, man, you gotta dig deep, look into the situation right now, and compare. And will help America, what will help America be the very thing that we are looking for when we moved here in America. Because it seems like, it's going down the drain. It's going south. Why? Because of these policies. We move here because of this. And then we found out, okay, wow, this is getting crazy. You got this immigration thing, you got inflation, you got people who doesn't have morality. It doesn't make sense. You got kids who doesn't know what male female is, don't understand what genetics is. Like, it's just hard. I mean, it's difficult for for me to understand why do these things happen. It's way different, and people got to speak up. People got to rise. People got to move. It has to change, because if these things continue, it will be the demise of a great nation. It's a great nation. I mean, people move here for something, for a reason. That's why you got people coming in because of these reasons. And if the government, if the leader don't follow up, or should I say stand up for the people here in the States, for the taxpayers, for the basic foundations on how America was built by the founding fathers to make this nation to be number one of the greatest nations in the world. I mean, we got to step up. I mean, the citizenry's got to step up. Immigrants who did this legally, who become citizens, understood the concept. They know, you understand why you left your motherland and you come here because of what you see here in America. People here in the States, people who grew up here, these kids didn't realize, haven't experienced the life that we've experienced. People from third world countries, developing countries, we experience this kind of stuff. And I hope these kids would go to countries, developing countries, third world countries, even work there and experience how different it is. Yet you got those pro Hamas, pro terrorists. I pray that these kids would go and live in Palestine and see the situation. Or you go try to work in Islamic countries and try to see if the freedoms that you have here in the States, where you can have a freedom of speech, freedom of expression, let's see if those things work on those countries. Go to the Middle East. It's kind of sad. I don't know where I'm going to. I don't know where this conversation is. Like, I was just looking at things, seeing the news, seeing both sides on how this different uh this mainstream media are sharing the news, and you could see the different biases, and sometimes you would wonder, okay, what's the truth? The truth is, my pocket is hurting. You can see people crossing the border. You could see a lot of fumbles with the system. Kids who are trying to learn social media shorts, what, 60 seconds, or they go to TikTok. That's where they get their information. It's like, oh, and these are the future of our generation. It's kind of sad. Well, that's my morning rant. I know nobody's listening here. It's just me. Texan Pinoy. It's just me on this little world of mine, sharing my stuff. Who cares? Nobody cares at all. And, it's just sad. Really sad. But what can I say? All I can say is rather for us to persevere, remain in faith, believe on what God has been trying to tell us. Two greatest commandments. Love God with all your heart, with all your soul. Just sad. Read the Bible. That's not the second, but love your neighbors as you love yourself. Just read the Bible. If you don't read, listen and reach out, because this will make you sane. Remember, God loves you. Peace out. Ciao. So how do I stop this now? I'm done. That's it for me. Right.